Hey guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. I go by the name Leonida. So to my new subscribers, welcome, karibu sana. I really appreciate you. So guys, remember our target is to go to 500 subscribers, guys, and I really appreciate those who are sharing, those who are liking the video. So guys, remember, anytime you watch my video, give it a thumbs like and you leave a comment on the comment section. Tell me what you think about my story. So guys, I've decided that this hat now, are you seeing it? This hat, I'll be wearing it as a signature look for my story time. So anytime you see me with this cute looking beautiful hat, just know it's story time. Just know it's story time. So it's looking nice, and you can also get hats like this and many more hats from my Hats Kenya page on Instagram. I'll leave the link on my description box, so you can just click on the link, then it takes you direct to my Instagram page for my Hats Kenya. Also write it somewhere here, you'll just see it on the screen. I'll write it there. So guys, today's story time takes us back to last year, 2021. It was 2021, if I remember correctly. So 2021, around June, July there, my contract got finished. So my contract ended. So here I am with no job. That is now 1 month later. Here I am with no job, and I'm just like, I'm looking for employment and I'm not getting, you see. So I stayed home for 1 month, and I stayed home, nilika. Having no job in Nairobi and you need to pay bills, my friend, it's frustrating. It is. So on this day, I decide to go to my bank and at least withdraw what I had saved, because there's nothing that is coming. So why should the money be in the bank and there's nothing that is coming? So I decided to go to my bank and withdraw my money. So by then I was banking at TRM. So I go at TRM to withdraw my money. So guys, after withdrawing my money at TRM, now on my way out, I meet an old friend. So in fact, he is the one who saw me first. So, because, you know, when you don't have money, you have so much you're thinking. There's so much running through your head. So he's the one who saw me first and was like, hey. And I'm like, hi. Okay, let me give him a name like JJ. Okay. So JJ, I meet JJ. So JJ is an old friend. We grew up together. So it's somebody that I've known. Somebody that I've known for years. But when we grow up, people go different ways. People go on their own ways. So here I meet JJ, and JJ is like, hey, it's long time, I've not seen you, blah blah blah. We have a chit chat there, and JJ says, okay, for us to make more stories to catch up, let's go in a restaurant. There's if you've been at TRM, there are always some fast eats and restaurants there, and these are all how do we call them? Yeah, that name, you can put it down there. Okay, so we go in one. That was Java. We go at Java there to have some coffee. So there we catch up, we talk, nini. Then JJ asked me, what have you been up to? But then I'm a very open person. When I'm okay, I'm okay. When I'm not okay, I'm not okay. When I'm going through something, guys, I have to talk about it. Let me just talk about it. Even if you'll judge me, let me just talk about it. I'm very open, and I always say whatever I feel and whatever I go through. Probably that's why, maybe, I don't know. That's a story for another day. So after here, we decide now, let's go home. It was around 5. Let's go home. So JJ tells me now, where do you stay? I tell him now I stay at certain place. So JJ tells me, I will take you home. I'm like, woo. Remember, I haven't told him I have some money. I haven't told him that I have some money here. So I keep this money to myself because he asked me there, what have you come to TRM? And I'm like, I've come to do 1, 2, 3 ABCD. And there's nothing like 1, 2, 3 ABCD, you see. But that is the term that people use when they don't want to tell you what they are doing. So I'm like, I've just come to do 1, 2, 3 ABCD here, then I go home. So JJ tells me now, let me drop you home. So I'm like, okay, just drop me. So I get into his car. JJ is driving a Mark X. And I'm like, just that to appreciate. I'm appreciating JJ's car. Then I tell JJ, hey, you have a nice car. JJ tells me, just one of them. One of them. This is one of your cars. I'm like, okay, that's nice. So I didn't want to get much into his business and ask him, Kwani, how many cars do you have? That was not part of my tea. It wasn't. Probably at that moment I was just thinking, let me go home and that's all. So JJ drops me home, and in addition, he gives me 2K. So remember, he has sorted my dinner, supper, and had given me an extra 2K on the money that I was having. My friends, I'm rich. That is being wealthy on my side. And so, I go home. After 2 days, JJ gives me 3 days. I think it was 3 days. JJ gives me a call. Hi. How are you? I'm fine. Where are you? I'm in the house, blah, blah, blah. Come to Kilimani. We talk, and he tells me, come to Kilimani. And I'm like, Kwani, what's happening at Kilimani? He tells me, no, there's no much that is happening, but since you are bored, and I figured you are thinking too much, maybe I should break the what? I should break the cycle, the monotony. So I dressed up. He sends me the pin. I took an Uber. We go. So getting there, my friend, if you know the level of anasa, quote unquote, anasa yenye ilikuwa hapo, the kind of anasa that was there was shisha, bang, alcohol, people were smoking, mirror, and everything, anything that you can put in the term of anasa was happening there. So I get kind of uncomfortable because I'm not used to such. Probably, maybe, I don't know. I'm not used to such. So JJ tells me now, okay, now that you've insisted you want to go home, let me do what? Let me take you home. So JJ drives me home. Where he left me, I didn't want him to know where I stay. So where he left me, I tell him now, leave me here. From here, I'm safe. I can get home. So from there, JJ gives me some money. Hey, he adds me some money. Now my problems are almost sorted. So after 2 weeks of him dropping me, JJ calls me again and tells me, hey, are you free on a weekend? I'm like, Kwani, what's happening? So JJ tells me that we have something happening in Naivasha. Will you be available? My friends, road trip, free road trip. And I tell JJ, okay, fine. Yes, I'll be available. So on Friday, you come and pick me up. We do what? We go. So JJ, he didn't sleep on his words. So he came on Friday. It was Friday, he came. on Friday around 2. So we started our journey to Naivasha. We went to Naivasha, and the same people I saw at Kilimani, in their house in Kilimani, are the same people I saw there. But now the girls were different. So one of them, I don't know if they didn't know that I understand Luo. So one of them asked JJ, now, is this your mama? And JJ tells him, no, this is just a friend of mine. And that guy tells JJ that, hey, I could have, you could, if it was your mama, then you would have surprised us, because you're not kind of a guy who used to be seen with one girl. So nikamezea, I just brushed it off, like, okay, that is their own story, that's not up to me, it's not my business. So me nikamezea, nikalenga story. So here we are in Naivasha, and my friends, money was not the problem there. The problem was time and how to use it. And not even how to use it, because they had bought everything and anything that money could buy. Cigarettes, alcohol, everything that they needed. There was food, there were women, there were everything there. So here, that is on a Friday night. People party themselves up to in the morning, because some even went, some slept, some chilled blackout. So I personally am always very cautious. Anytime like I'm around people who I feel uncomfortable, I'm very cautious with anything and everything that I take. So here, my friends, I was not drinking. I've never drank. I stayed with my Del Monte, my cheese Del Monte. So I'm very cautious. So here, that was on a Friday. I saw how people chilled blackout, people messed themselves, everything, and it was crazy, it was nasty. So from that event, and I can remember there was some point, because I was the only sober one, I was being sent all the time with money. Go and buy this, and I was not being given less money. And anytime balance would remain, JJ will tell me, iyo weka utatumia, because JJ knows I don't have a job. So he knows that this change that is remaining, and my friend, it was not little change. This change that is remaining will help me. So we come back to Nairobi after that. So we meet with JJ 2-3 times. And funny thing, when I meet with JJ, he will dish me money. He will give me money. Anytime I meet with him, he will give me money. So I asked, so this time now, I became curious and asked JJ, Jay, this money that you're always giving me, what is it for? Is there a way that I'll be made to pay back this money? So just tell me so that I know, because you can't be giving me money, dishing me money out as if you're my dad. You see, when your sister, your brother gives you money like that, it's kind of different. But this is just somebody you grew up with. Then he's giving you money just like that. Every now and then he's giving you money. So I asked JJ, why do you always give me money? Tell me, give me a reason why you always give me money. Because as much as I'm enjoying the money, but I just want to know the reason why you always give me money. So JJ tells me, no, it's not much problem. I'm just giving you money to help you out. And I'm like, okay, since you want to help me out, give me a job. Because I can see your circle. Your circle is a circle that is influential. They don't look like people who are suffering. They just they just looked moneyed, you see. So I tell him, then give me a job. So JJ asks me, are you ready? And I'm like, my friend, I was born ready. So he tells me, are you really ready for this? Because this is not something that probably I'll just tell you, then after a while you say that you are not interested. I tell him, Kwani, what is it? Now I become curious. I didn't call him, what is it? You tell me first, then I know whether I'm ready to do it or not. And I get curious and I ask him, kwani ni drugs? He tells me, no, it's not drugs. No, I can't do drugs. Kwani, do I look like someone who can do drugs? So, he tells me, go and think about it. Then after thinking about it, you call me and tell me. So I didn't even think about it, my people. I didn't even think about it. The following day, I called JJ and I told JJ, hey, I want to know what business you want to introduce me to. So he tells me, I call him in the morning. He tells me, now I'll come to your place at 2. So immediately at 2, he came. So when he came, he gives me a call and tells me, hey, come where I always drop you. So I move from my house, I go where he always drop me. I get him there in another car now. And I ask him, so this is also one of your cars? He tells me, yes, this is also another one. So in the process, he tells me now he wants to introduce me to the business. So in the process now, he tells me now, this is what I do. So in the car, JJ removes 2 notes. These 2 notes, they look like papers that have been printed. And the way I looked at them, it was, I don't have a sample, my people. If I had a sample, I would have shown you how they look like. So JJ had 2 papers. So these 2 papers, they were printed. They were kind of printed. One was printed, it was printed 1,000 bob all. Then he gets out a brand new note. That is, now we have 3 notes. 2 that looks like photocopied and 1 money that I know. So he asked me, have you ever seen this? And I'm like, no, I've not. Okay. So he asked me, are you ready for this? And I'm like, okay, yes, I'm ready. So JJ takes this 1 note, puts in between these these two printed, they look like printed notes. He tells me now, this is money. So he takes some chemicals there, pour the chemicals on the money. Let me just call them money, because he puts the chemicals on the money. Take water, bit, not too much. Pour the water on the money. So after that, he takes foil. This foil that people always wrap with food. He takes foil, wraps the money nicely, and he gives me the money in his car to step on it. So I take bravely, I stepped on the money. So in the car, we are making stories. He's telling me about the business. He's telling me now, this is the business that I always do. He's telling me about the business that I always do. And this is what he's giving me money. This is what I do. This is what my friends do. And he asked me, by the time we were giving you money, that money that you've been spending, have you ever been caught with it? And I'm like, no. You give me money, when you give me money, I just go, some I go and take to M-Pesa, some I go to the supermarket and buy things. Some I buy things at Mama Mboga. So he reminds me, in Naivasha, I was the one being given money to go and buy things. And my people, I was buying things and none of those people complained. They didn't complain about this money. I was not caught. So in the process, as we are making stories, he tells me now, remove your leg. Again, my leg, remove the money. All the 3 pieces of papers, the money plus the 2 pieces, all of them have turned into 1,000 notes. So you can't distinguish which one is not. If just with ordinary eye, you can't distinguish which one is not real money. So he drives the money with the AC and tells me, now, this is the business that I do. Ndio kazi. And I'm like, okay. My people, by that time, I'm scared. I'm freaking scared. So he asks me, can you pick? Now he mixed the money. And he asked me, can you pick the 1,000 note that I had? And I'm like, I can't, siwezi. I can't identify it actually. I couldn't. Because everything looked the same. So in short, he had washed the money. Hiyo ndio kuosha. In short, he had washed the money. The wash. My people, the wash business, it's true. It's true. I've experienced it. I've seen it with my eyes. I have touched it with my eyes. It's true. So, he gives me one. Again, he gives me another 1,000. And tells me, you take this one. Go and sort yourself out. So I take it. Now I know. Now I'm scared. By the time I was doing it, I was not scared. I was doing it because I knew it was money. It was original money. It was not fake money. But now I know. My conscience are right that this money is fake. So I take this money. Scared. And people, I was scared. I was freaking scared. He tells me, now, take this. He gives me now he gives me 1,000 bob. Remember the previous times he used to give me too much. So here he gives me 1,000 bob. He tells me, now go and try that one. If you were you, what could you have done? If you were me, what could you have done? Now I know. I take this money. I go to one of M-Pesa shops. I give the guy. So scared. I was freaking scared. I give that guy the money. I give that guy my number. And this guy didn't notice. He didn't notice that this money was fake. I gave him my number. He deposits the money. So I come back to my house. With original money, I've given the other guy fake money. So, in the meantime, JJ has given me 2 days to get back to him. So I sit in my house. I do some thorough thinking. And I'm like, I know I'm broke. I know I don't have a job. I know I need the money. But this is not the way I need it. This is not the way I want the money. This is not the kind of job I was looking for. So I asked myself consciously, knowing if I get myself into this business, probability of living, it won't be easy. I know I need the money, but this is not the way. And just while I was in my thinking, the only two places I ever saw my people, the only two places I ever saw was Langata Women's Prison and Langata Cemetery. And I asked myself, Leo, choose between these two where you want to go. Do you want to go to Langata Cemetery or you want to go to Langata Women's Prison? These two, they were here like this. Langata Women and Langata Cemetery. I had to make a choice, my people. I needed the money, yes, but I had to make a choice. So after 2 days, he calls me, hi, umefika wapi? I tell him no, I can't do it. He tries to convince me and I tell him no, I can't. My conscience can't allow me to do it. I can't. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I can't. Siezi, I can't. So from there, he cut the communication. Even I tried to call him sometime, he didn't pick my calls. So I decided, since we are not sharing anything that is mutual, I deleted the number. Just like that. I deleted the number. We don't talk anymore. I lost his contacts. And that's how I was almost being introduced to Wash business. Yes. So guys, if you've enjoyed my story, please subscribe, share, like. Until my next video. Bye bye.